You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I've got your weekly spoilers from Monday, September 16th, all the way through Friday, September 20th. We've got EJ DiMera being totally blindsided, an update on how Sarah's hypnosis went, and a Bo and Hope return casting tidbit. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we are going to dive right into the action next week, starting with Monday, September 16th, which is season 60, episode 16. Sarah's hypnosis did not give the answers she and Maggie were hoping to see. She can kind of visualize somebody being behind the wheel, but her memories were vague. I'm actually wondering if there's a chance Sarah recalls that it was Fiona, but holds back on that info because it would be so messy for her husband. We'll see. Alex comforts Stephanie, who is grieving over, Everett, and she has his ashes. And then there's all the weird stuff with Connie. Lots to talk about there. Fake Abigail has to go on the defensive where Chad is concerned. And Fiona shares a shocking secret with her son, Xander Kiriakis. Now, I don't think she's going to confess to running over Sarah. I tend to think she might confess that she's been seeing Brady. We'll see how it goes. He's not going to like any of it. Tuesday, September 17th, season 60, episode 17. Stefan goes to Mayor Paulina Price with some information that paints someone in a bad light. Now, if it was criminal information, it seems like, giving it to the DA would be the way to go. But the DA is his brother EJ, that he's very angry at right now because he hopped in the sack with Gabi. And then Gabi told Stefan that EJ was better in bed. So he's not very happy. And, EJ knew all along about Clyde and the drugs and all of that. So I wonder if Stefan has some proof to take to Paulina to try and get EJ at least fired, but, maybe also charges of like obstruction of justice or something against him. Meanwhile, Gabi has a suggestion for EJ, and I wonder if it's to keep on enjoying sleepy time together, because she was telling Connie that she's thinking of taking Stefan to the cleaners in the divorce, while also continuing to enjoy that fun romp in EJ's bed. Meanwhile, Connie apparently doesn't stab Gabi, although she's thinking about it, and she heads back to the apartment where Melinda is still tied up and shares some big news with her. So Rafe is out of his coma, and he is telling Jada some of the fuzzy memories he has. He didn't see Connie. She came up behind him, and she's like 2 feet shorter than him. But she did kind of make a shrieky noise right before she attacked. So maybe he's just going to say it was definitely a woman's voice, not a man's voice, which would exonerate Everett, although it's posthumous since he is dead and gone. Wednesday, September 18th is episode 18 of the current season. And Roman Brady wants to help Rafe. So maybe it's to, I don't even know what to make of that spoiler. Connie corners Gabi midweek, and she's about to have her big swan song. By the way, this storyline with Crazy Connie is almost over. If you're enjoying it, you may not like to see the end of it. If you're not enjoying it, then this week should make you happy. Ava takes Stefan up on an offer that he made. Now, is that to, work at the bistro, or is it to crawl back in bed with him? We'll see. And Jada finds something shocking in Connie's bed. Is it Melinda? Is it Melinda's corpse? Is it the cutout of Lee? Is it a puddle of blood because she stabbed Melinda? Who even knows with Crazy Connie what might be found in her bed? Thursday, September 19th is episode 19 of the current season. And Stefan insults Ava Vitale. So she's gone to him on Wednesday to take him up on an offer, and then he's insulting her. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's going to be personal, professional, maybe he's going to tell her she's toxic, which we all know she is. And Gabi and Melinda are Connie's big end game targets. So I don't know if Melinda gets away or Connie takes her to a secondary location. That's what they always say with kidnappers. You never let them take you to a secondary location. That means that you are toast. So we'll see if Connie's going to get stabby with these two ladies, Melinda and Gabi. I made a little rhyme. So there's a threat to Dr. Mark Green and his sister Maren Green, aka Fake Abby, and their plot. And Steve actually goes to question Clyde Weston about this mystery woman because Fake Abby name dropped Clyde and talked about how Officer Goldman, she didn't know it was Officer Goldman, but Goldman was, helping her while she recovered from surgeries after this accident. And of course, there's no accident and there's no surgeries, but Clyde and his girlfriend Goldman definitely had a tie-in because Goldman had the room that was rented out where John Black was found and where Maren was. And then they put it in the safe deposit box that Clyde then told Chad about. So it's a very weird overlap of this doctor and his sister and Clyde and the DiMeras. So I hope this plot is going to pay off and it's not just going to be all over the place. Friday, September 20th, season 60, episode 20. We're going to have EJ DiMera finding out something stunning. Now, there's a lot he could find out. And if you remember, he's laser focused on, wanting to prosecute Brady for running down Sarah. Holly has a talk with him. She started it on Thursday's episode. It continued on this past Friday's, where she's offering to help him get evidence to take down Brady because she's so mad about what he did to her Aunt Sarah. So it's not clear if this EJ thing is him finding out what Stefan has told Paulina or if it's for one of the cases. We'll see. Friday also brings the big finish to Crazy Connie's big plan to avenge Lee Shin's murder. And the specific word in the spoilers is that it's going to be explosive. Knowing Days of Our Lives, that might be literal. Connie might blow something up. We'll see. And Ava and Stefan's lives are thrown into upheaval by the end of the week. And that's a really, really interesting but perplexing spoiler. And then on Friday, we've got Fake Abby doing her fake thing. She pretends to recover a memory, and Chad gets very worked up and emotional about it. He is buying everything that she said. I have one last spoiler for the week that's undated, and it's similar to a spoiler we had a couple of weeks ago. So I don't know if it's one of those repeat things or that whoever issued the spoilers included it erroneously, but it is Kristen tells Chad again that she doesn't think Abby is the real deal. Now to the big Bo and Hope news. It looks like Bo is finally out of his coma because there is a special Bo and Hope arc that is going to air in May 2025. It is filming now. There's a photo of Bo and Hope on the set, and I don't know if those are costumes, but he's vertical. I would assume that they're going to bring him out of the coma and he's going to find out he has a new brother in Xander Kiriakis. I am excited about all of this. Those are all the weekly spoilers. Please subscribe if you haven't. Definitely drop those comments. I love to read them. And come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm here talking days with you 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.